Hey everyone, my name is Shealan. I'm a physiotherapist at Deep here in Dawson Creek. We're just starting today with a series of videos based on breathing mechanics and diaphragm mechanics and how that interplays with the core and how it helps you functionally. So we're going to start with how the diaphragm works, what it is. It's a very long, broad sheet muscle that sits inside of the rib cage. It's a dome-shaped muscle that's kind of like a parachute that's been inflated. It attaches from rib 7 all the way down to rib 10, and it's three-dimensional like this. As you breathe in, it gathers in towards the middle on each side and it pulls down, pulling your lungs open. A pressure change causes the air to come into the lungs. So not only helps us breathe and stay alive, but it assists in all of our core control, and without it, we wouldn't be able to stabilize ourselves up against gravity. Because as the diaphragm pulls down, it does two things. It first of all increases abdominal pressure. So it increases pressure in the system. So when you inflate a balloon, if you imagine your spine to be inside of a balloon, at the exhale, you're deflated. It's very loose, it's very all over the place. But when you inhale into that balloon, the balloon expands and the spine is much more supported inside an inflated balloon. That's what our abdomen is like. As you breathe in, your abdomen expands to accommodate the diaphragm coming down and the organs being pushed down. That creates a huge amount of pressure in the system that's very taut, and it supports the low back. It supports the spine in general. The lumbar spine 4 and 5 at the very bottom there doesn't have a good attachment to the core, so we need that abdominal pressure to stabilize those two vertebrae that are a little more loosey-goosey to allow movement in the hips. That keeps discs from popping out the side of your spine, that abdominal pressure and that stability. The second part of the diaphragm function is as you breathe in, the diaphragm comes down, stretches out the abdomen, and it also stretches out the core. Now, a muscle functions like an elastic band. The elastic band cannot shoot unless you pull it back first, unless you lengthen it. A muscle is in the same way. You have to lengthen a muscle before you can shorten it again. So as you breathe into the diaphragm, you breathe in and you stretch out those core muscles, your deep transabs, your internal obliques, your deep multifidus muscles. The transabs sit very deep and hug the organs, and they come around the back and they come in through the front like a corset, and the internal obliques come in from the sides and in through here. And those two are almost inseparable during dissection. They're almost the same muscle. They're innervated by the same nerves. And as you breathe in, it stretches out those muscles. And then as you exhale, it closes back up again. And you breathe in, the core elongates. You breathe out, it shortens. So that's how you get core control. So if you're breathing in through here, as you can see, I am a deflated balloon down here. There's been absolutely zero stretch to my core. I have no stability or any way of contracting my core because it hasn't been stretched first. So breathing up through here and up through our chest creates a huge amount of instability in the middle. I want to be breathing in 3D all the way around the front, the sides, breathing into the back so that I have the ability on the exhale to close and contract till we get to the end of exhale and we're a deflated balloon. So in the next video, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to feel the breath, where the breath is, am I breathing functionally or dysfunctionally? But this is how this all ties into regaining core control for our system and stability for our back. Thank you.